playing Mike Joestar here, and we're gonna play Castlevania Bloodlines on the Sega Genesis. It is the 9th day of October here, so this means this is the next Castlevania game that I'm going to be streaming and I featured today, so I hope everybody has a good time. So, the ancestors of the Belmont family are doomed to confront the power, evil Count Dracula. In 1917, a countess sought to revive the long-dead spirit of the vampire. Her name was Elizabeth Bartley. To revive him, she needed to travel all over Europe, enlisting help from all the powers of darkness. Two young vampire hunters set out to fulfill their destiny, push back the evil hordes, and drive the vampire back into his dark netherworld. Gotta love these intros. So, for context, we are playing Castlevania Bloodlines. This was the first Castlevania game released on the Sega Genesis. It featured 2 playable characters. It's set in 1917. So, this is pretty much a tie-in to the Bram Stoker's Dracula novel. Basically, if you never read Bram Stoker's Dracula, Jonathan Harker, along with Van Helsing and Quincy Morris, basically set out to Transylvania, and they basically killed Dracula. It turns out that, according to Castlevania lore, Quincy Morris is a descendant of the Belmont family. So now we're going to be playing as his descendant, his son, John Morris. Now, we're going to play as Eric Lecarde. So for lore, Countess Elizabeth Bartley, who is basically Elizabeth Bathory, from historical context, is apparently Dracula's niece in this game, and she's resurrecting the Count. Eric Lecarde, it's left to interpretation, but he's somehow related to Alucard and Maria Renard. There's a play on his name, Lecarde, Renard, Alucard. He's the only one that wields the Alucard spear. So basically, Elizabeth Bathory, or Elizabeth Bartley, killed his fiancée, and he's now setting up on a quest to go get his revenge. Where John Morris, the son of Quincy Morris, finds the Belmont Whip, and basically fulfills his destiny to prevent the resurrection of Count Dracula, and he has to stop it. So, if you notice, we're in the options menu. So what I did was I put the game to expert by using the Konami code, because there's a big ending in the game, but you have to play the game on normal to unlock expert. We're just skipping that option, because if you beat the game on easy, you get 1/3 of the ending. You beat the game on normal, you get the second third. If you beat the game on expert, you get the full ending. So if you set your BGM to 5 and your sound effect to 73, you get to hear the classic Castlevania tunes when you get your third weapon power-up. So, hey, my boy Forrest is on. Yay. So basically you do the Konami code at the screen here. And start. So we're going to start the game. Now, I'm going to play as Eric Lecarde, because as a kid, this is who I always beat the game as. So I'm going to do 2 streams. I'm going to stream it as Eric Lecarde, stream it as John Morris. So we're going to do the Eric Lecarde run. As you can see, he has what is known as the Alucard spear. It's basically, he has the Alucard spear, which the Alucard spear does not make its appearance unless you play the Japanese Sega Saturn version of Symphony of the Night. So we're going to play as Eric Lecarde, my spear guy. He has a really cool ability. He can pole vault. So we're going to the ruins of Castle Dracula. So Elizabeth Bartley has enlisted the help of a magic witch named Dultruez. I think I said that name right. Don't yell at me if I said it wrong. And she's basically helping Elizabeth Bartley resurrect Dracula, and Eric Lecarde is beginning his investigation in Transylvania. So again, this is set in 1917. The sequel to this game is Castlevania Portrait of Ruin on the Nintendo DS. Hopefully I'll stream that someday. I gotta get figure out how to stream my DS. I don't have a model yet. So as you can see, this level is very reminiscent. So what you just saw there is I can pole vault. There are multiple routes in this game that you can take. So depending on the level, there are areas where Eric cannot traverse. Only John can traverse. So Eric can pole vault. As you can see, if I hold it down, I can jump up. John can swing from the ceiling. His whip can anchor at any point, and he can just swing around. I can also do this for crowd control, which is really nice. And I can throw my spear at verticals, lowers, and I can do it straight up. So I just did a practice run today of this game on Expert, and I was pretty confident. I made it all the way to Versailles really quickly. So we're just gonna have some fun. I am playing this on my Sega Genesis. I'm using a wireless Sega Genesis gamepad from M.G.D. I really love playing wirelessly. It's my dream. Oh. Getting a little hung up here. Normally what I would do is I'd pole vault, but sometimes I get distracted. You are invincible when you pole vault. Since we're playing on Expert mode, we are going to be facing a lot of more flying type enemies like bats. I just walked into that skeleton. It always happens. But we have 9 lives, and generally I can make it to the Palace of Versailles within 9 lives. You can also jump off the stairs in this game, which is nice. Jump on and off. Look for cracks in the wall to find wall meat or sacred tomes. The sacred tomes give you a 3rd power-up. Enemies are much more aggressive on Expert. They do a lot of damage, so I'm like experiencing endgame damage. Like in common Castlevania games, you know, you start off taking like 1 damage, and then when you get to the later stages, it's like 3 or 4. You start off right off the bat taking 3 damage. In Europe, this game was heavily censored. It was called Castlevania New Generation, and they removed pretty much all the blood in the game. So at the time, this was considered the most glorious Castlevania game, and it appeared on the Sega Genesis, because Genesis does what Nintendo don't, am I right? Get the magic mirror. This one skeleton here, I always laugh because, oh, wow. For some reason, I couldn't jump at that. So there's a skeleton that's going to jump down and he's going to get hit by the pendulum, and I always laugh because he just pretty much, he just dies. It's this one right here. Bump. Not having the best RNG. Normally I would have the Dragon's Breath power at this point, which would make cruising this level much easier, but it's okay. There's a 1-up here. Everybody always have to get it. Oh, okay. Instead, if you had your full upgrade, you get a 1-up. Bone dragons are kind of a nuisance, but they have a very good. So as you can see, we're up at the top. This, we're investigating, is Dracula alive? Let's see what we got here. And, oh no, the coffin is broken, but now we're fighting a knight known as the Doltron's Mecha Knight. So the witch put one of her sentries here to guard. So this also features item crashes, so you can use your sub-weapons differently. So you get a boomerang, the crystal boomerang, but if you have enough hearts, you can press up and C and basically do a superpowered version. And just like that, you poke the knight a few times and it ceases. Get those. Nope, none of them. So that was stage 1. There's 7 stages in this game, and they each progressively get a little bit longer. There's a password if anyone wants to know. We're gonna go to the next one. So we travel from Transylvania to Atlantis, Greece. This game features many iconic tunes that the Castlevania franchise is known for, and that's because this is the game that first features Michiru Yamane as the composer. So everybody knows Castlevania is known for its tunes because Symphony of the Night had like the best soundtrack. And Michiru Yamane was the composer. Well, this is where she started. She was the composer exclusively for the Sega Genesis game. Yes, I just walked off the edge. There was a little bit of a delay with my controller. Whoop. This level has really cool water effects. As you can see, everything's mirrored. There was a lot of effects in this game. So during the time, this game came out in '93. So you had Super Castlevania 4 come out in '91. Belmont's Revenge came out in '91 on the Game Boy. Dracula X Rondo of Blood came out in '93 on the PC Engine Super CD. And this came out on '93. So Konami was pretty busy with their development teams. So Super Castlevania 4 was had its notoriety because of the use of Mode 7. This is obviously using the Sega Genesis Blast processing, so you can see there's a lot of texture dithering. They're trying to do transparencies. I'm hung up by these ghosts. Oh, this is actually a bad run. Normally I have all types of magic types. I have not gotten my power. Alright, so when you play the game on expert mode, there are going to be several mid-bosses in each level. So this is a common one. This is the Water Wizard. And we're going to make our way and we're going to be encountered by a knight. If we play on easy mode, only one knight appears. But since we're playing on expert mode, it's 2 knights. So it's the Flail Knight first. He's pretty easy. We just gotta duck. Hope he doesn't jump on us. Alright, and now here comes the Axe Knight. Ah! I didn't read his jump right. I should have moved. I should have went back. That's okay. We start right at the Water Wizard. so there's no lag. So when you play on expert mode, there are going to be much more mid-level bosses. The most notable one are the Frankenstein monster, the Bone Dragon King, there's another knight we're going to encounter. One of the main problems is since we're on expert, we take a ton of damage if we get hit by these bosses. Like 3 hits, we're done. 1, 2. He's gonna jump. The halberd. Alright, we got it. So now we can move on to the second half of the level. This was the first Castlevania game I've ever played as a kid. My parents got this when I was about 5. And this is the game that always stuck with me. You know, everybody has that, like, oh, this is the first game I ever played memory. This was my first game. Like, I'll never get tired of it. I mean, trust me, I love the entire Castlevania series, but, you know, when you have that first game memory, that's the game that's going to stick with you forever. And it's really the game that really started it all. It's a nice Sunday today here. It's 50 degrees, the sun is shining, it's a clear day. Everybody needs to make the best of it. If anybody's joining, if anything happens on TikTok, please go to... This game is being streamed on Twitch and YouTube live. Just find Mike Joestar. My, those links are in my bio. So I am streaming this in 3 places. Boy. So this is the third power-up that's exclusive to Eric Lecarde. It's the Dragon's Breath. Basically, like Castlevania, The Adventure, if you get hit, you do lose this ability. But as you can see, I put the code in correctly in the sound test. So now we get to hear the classic tunes. But if we do get hit by an enemy, we do lose this ability. We gotta fight the Cyclops Golem, and as you can see, I just lost my ability because he decided to hit the ceiling first. Bad RNG already. So the gimmick, we have to hit his body parts so they crush and we shrink him down. You gotta watch the ceiling at all times. If you're fast enough, you can pole vault through the rubble. He is really just about hitting the ceiling. I just did a run through and he only hit the ceiling one time. But once you get him down to almost your height, he's pretty easy to push over. He like curses you. He's like, ah! He's doing the Terminator 2. All right, stage 3. Where's it gonna take us? The Leaning Tower of Pisa, Italy. This is a really cool level. This is where we encounter the harpies. There is a very random chance that you can knock their heads off. I've done it a few times. Again, I don't know necessarily why it's random. But again, this is on the Sega Genesis, and this is the goriest Castlevania game so far when it was released. It has to do with, like, you hit their head exactly at the right point. Oh, they're just nuisances. This room is pretty simple. If we just run, we won't get hit by the... Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm just running. This is the first fork in the road that you encounter in this game. And I'll show you why. So this is a room that we cannot travel through. This is a room meant for only John Morris. He can swing on the ceiling. Eric Lecarde cannot. So that means we have to go back. So this is one of those things where you gotta go up. Oh, all right. Getting the Bloody Tears theme to play is probably one of the rarest in this game. All right, here is our first mid-boss, the Bone Dragon King. So using 2 dragons' flames immediately just wipes them out. So this is pretty cool use of the acceleration, graphic acceleration for the Sega Genesis. This level is insanely easy. I watched Dragon Blitz play this level. He does a lot of Symphony of the Night runs. He's a phenomenal Symphony of the Night player. But I watched him complain about this room and was just like, dude, you're trashing my favorite Castlevania game. But this room is pretty easy if you're Eric Lecarde, because all you have to do is just pull vault your way to the top. Dodge the Medusa heads. There's the exit. We want to keep our Dragon's Flame. Oh, he whipped me. It's okay. We'll take a death here. I find that the enemies in the game do way more damage than the bosses. The bosses have very predictable patterns. Whoop. Whatever. We're gonna go this way. So, I mean, they're easy to read. Again, another cool effect here. Again, like every Castlevania game has their own gimmick that they add. So again, Super Castlevania 4 was all about that in Level 7. Bloodlines is really showcasing a lot of like the auto-scrolling, a lot of the sprite scaling, the use of pre-rendered sprites. Wow, bad RNG. These guys are just coming in at the worst. Alright, we're at the boss. The Gargoyle Bat. He has a very predictable pattern. All you gotta do is just hit him. Stay in the center. I tend to pole vault over his projectiles. Except I get hit by that one. Oh, that's okay. We didn't have that much health to start with. Again, we are playing on expert because we want to get the full ending. But generally, when we get to stage 6 is when it gets mildly much more difficult. So that's the level where you really want to have your lives. Get 2 hits on him there. Again, I'm not taking that much damage when I have full health. The bosses are pretty much pushovers. Oh, and yes, you can damage enemies when you do a pole vault as Eric. He's the most versatile character in this game. So what you have to do to trigger the track is go into options, set your BGM music to 5, and set your sound effect to 73. When you set that, automatically, when you get your power up, it's going to trigger the classic Castlevania tunes. Again, thank you for anybody that's joining. I'm streaming this live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Alright, we're heading to Germany! So to 1917. World War I is on the brink of happening soon. So, we're in Germany now. This is the most well-known Castlevania track, aside from Vampire Killer, Iron Blue Intention. Oh my goodness! Bad RNG right now! I have never gotten hung up on that. This is where the levels start to get longer. I used to play this on piano. We're just gonna skip these guys because this is a checkpoint right here. Learn from Obi-Wan, always take the high ground. Eat your wall meat. These guys, they start swinging their little flails much faster on next. We're gonna keep the boomerang because we want to do attacks like this. Because some of these skeletons, they regenerate. There's a 1-up underneath me, but only John Morris can get it in that room. You have to swing on the underneath the conveyor belts. Whoa. Alright, we got a power-up. So oh no! Oh, I wasn't fast enough. I got crushed by the piston. I say that when I get a power-up, too. There we go. Quintessential gear room. A staple in every Castlevania game. Oh, I wanted to jump over. I'm trying to hit down and the game wants me to go down the stairs when all I want to do is crouch so I can just skip my way up. In Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, the Iron Blue Intention track is really awesome when they play it. This game only has 3 sub-weapons. You only get the axe, the holy water, and the cross boomerang. What's missing is the dagger and the stopwatch. Oh man, I only got 1 life left. I just did a practice run of this game, and I made it with 1 life all the way to... Oh, not good. There's gonna be a lot of ghosts that appear here. Oh, really? Alright. Whoa! I just slipped off the map. It's okay. It's not the end. It's not the end. Oh no, we only got two continues. I forgot. Oh, I need to really concentrate. Oh my goodness. Can't believe it. You only get two continues. Oh no, really? And Frankenstein is defeated. We could do this with 2 continues left. I'm not too worried. There's a glitch where you can somehow manipulate the game where you can just walk right through these. They won't hurt you. I've never been able to do it, but I know it can be done, and I've seen it done before. Woo! The boomerang is your friend right here, because we need to knock these skeletons that are in our way. There are going to be bats that are going to get you from behind. And we made it. So this is our boss. Ooh. Oh, what? I took a hit. I call this the gear baby, because it acts like a baby. It has a very predictable pattern. I just needed to die because I had only one life left, 1 hit point left. So yeah, I call this the gear baby because it has a it acts like a little baby. It jumps around. I believe they call this the gear monkey. So it throws its gears. It's pretty funny. And it jumps around. Very predictable pattern. Keep hitting it a few times, so it's gonna get mad. It gets back into its big form again. Oh, wow. This is... Wow, bad RNG. I literally just played this game a half hour ago and cruised right through it on expert. And I had like 2 hit points left on you to beat this guy. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the worst. No! Getting stuck in that corner is the worst. Oh, that was my mistake. You never want to get stuck in the far sides of the room because you can't jump out of those. There we go, we got him. I should never have taken a continue here. Usually I take a continue in the next level. But it's okay, we make do with what we have. Oh, this is worth the play. This is worth it. Alright, so now Eric Lecarde is going to travel to stage 5. The Palace of Versailles, France. This level gets really tricky. It introduces a lot of new mechanics. These roses are poisonous, and if you touch them, they invert your controls. You gotta watch out for little vines in the foreground. See how I'm now like poisoned, so now I have to press left to go right. Oh, that was my fault. I always forget that. This is where we see the red skeletons. They make an appearance. I believe these are called... I really don't know. I call them Peapod enemies. I forget what they're called in the manual. Let the chandeliers do all the work. This is another level that has a branching path that only John Morris can travel. Oh, what? Respawning enemies? This isn't Castlevania Adventure. Oh, wow. Cheap Ghost just appeared. If anybody's been following my TikToks or Instagrams, I've been posting a Castlevania game every day. I do have a month's worth of Castlevania games. I have a complete collection. I'm just not really complete. I have a complete US release plus Rondo of Blood and some other Japanese exclusives. In all actuality, I'm just missing the Castlevania on MSX. Oh my goodness! Oh, we do not want to use another continue here. Woo! There we go. So here is the fork in the road, as I like to say, for this level, because as you can see, only John Morris can whip across that gap. So we gotta go back. We have to climb the chapel. Ouch. Without messing around. Oh! There we go. Oh no, 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 no. Not the flea man. Oh no. Does it start me here? It starts me here. Ah! Why am I getting hung out there? No, 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 no. Oh, man. I just lost like all my health right there. Whoop Oh my goodness. Now we start seeing how difficult the game is. There we go. Really? That was a cool level. You just go down the stairs. This is the punchy, right? So he likes to punch you. It's a mid-boss. Oh. Ah! Not cool. This room is easy if you're John Morris, because all you have to do is just swing on the ceiling. If you're Eric, you gotta basically fight every enemy you see. Hang in there. Hang in there. Oop. Here's our come on. Ah! Okay. I forgot how tricky this boss is. His projectiles you can shoot, you can hit. You have to do damage to him when you're... Oh my goodness. Come on, RNG. I swear, when I start streaming, it's like the pressure's on. It's like the game moves. So when the pillar appears, that's where we have to hit the pillar. Alright, we're heading to the final boss of this room. And there's no meat available. So this is the Queen Moth. Here she goes. Whoa, it's a big, ugly moth. Not the bitter flies. You only see those in Symphony of the Night. Oh my god, I was right there. Oh, another continue. No way. At least it starts us right here. The final stage in this game is a gauntlet, but Dracula is not that hard to beat. Come on. Look, we're exacting our revenge. Let's get her trapped in the corner. There we go. You gotta give the developers credit on the Sega Genesis one. The bosses were very different and unique in this game as opposed to previous ones. All right, so now we're entering the final stage. Remember this password as we're gonna need it. So we're now heading to Castle Proserpina in England. This is the final stage. This is a gauntlet. Where we are going to encounter a lot of enemies. It's broken up into 2 parts. So the idea is we need to get to actually Dracula's steps. With lives remaining. So this is a cool mechanic here. The level is split. So you have the trick is follow your feet. Oh, what? Oh, I got pushed into the pit. Darn it. So yeah, the real easy way to get through this is just watch your feet at all times. Keep an eye on where your feet are, and it'll help you get through. The only nuisance is the Medusa heads. There we go. Easy peasy. The only things that are different in this room is the up and down buttons are switched. Okay, come on. Oh my goodness. There wasn't that many electrical orbs when you play this on normal. Oh my gosh, no way. Making too many rookie mistakes. Wow, I forgot to jump. Wow, I'm just really punishing myself. Ah, there's a farmable one up right there. Alright, here's the first of our mini tests in this gauntlet. We have to fight death. And death is not going to be nice. Because we have to play a card game. Oh, which one is the meat? Oh, he doesn't give you any meat. Alright. Easiest boss, we'll do the Cyclops. The Cyclops Golem. There we go. So you have to play the card game with that. If you play this on easy or normal, one of the cards is all meat. And you get like this like second chance. Alright. We'll do Gargoyle Bat. If I can do this without getting hit. Two more shots. There we go. Alright, the Gargoyle Bat is done. Now we have to fight Gear Baby. Now the cool thing about these is the bosses do have reduced health. It's not overly difficult. Oh. Alright. Alright, Gear Boss. Gear Baby's done. We have about... We can cast our flame, our Dragon's Breath one more time. Death is gonna be pretty angry. Woo! Oh my goodness! We got hit. Oh, that was lucky. We got past death. This is good. So anytime we die, we start at the next steps here. So now this is actually Elizabeth Bartley. She's pretty predictable, but it's her second form is tricky. We're gonna probably take a D here. Ah. So yeah, she summons Medusa to help her out a lot. Oh man, I'm exhausted. But that's okay. We have four chances, and we're pretty much heading to Dracula. We got really lucky on death. Gotta keep her at spear length. She's a pusher. So that Medusa's out of the way. Now we have to fight Elizabeth. Get your vengeance. Ah! I'm not timing my jumps properly. Oh, okay. So basically, you have to hit her, much like when you fought the water wizard, as the first boss in stage 2. Do the candles respawn? Ah, they do. Good. We need a power. Let's just farm some resources here. There's no time limit. Congested today. Change of seasons, change of weather. I mean, if I do get a power up, if I get the upgrade, that would be nice. I don't know if I have to fight Medusa again. Lives should be in good standing with defeat Dracula. This should be enough. Alright, she's summoning Medusa. Took a hit there. I got hit by her tail. I didn't jump at the right time. I jumped too soon. Alright. So she casts 3 magic spheres. Well, this one's 4. That's how we can damage her. Stay in the middle because we just gotta jump and hit her. We can kind of manipulate the game by standing a little off-center. we go. Eric Lecarde has gotten his vengeance. He has received his vengeance and defeated Elizabeth Bartley for taking his fiancée. But the battle's not over, because now we hear Theme of Simon as we begin our quest to stop the Count. And we get a power-up. But no meat! This is gonna be tricky. It would be nice if we had some meat, but it's okay. Whoa, what was that? Ah! I like mistimed my jump right there. Ah, we lost our power. It's okay. I've never seen attacks like that. Ah, that's okay. We didn't have full health anyhow. That's alright, we still got 2 lives left. Let's farm some resources, because there's sometimes a chance we can get the third power up to drop. I've done it before. Even if we don't get the third power up, it's not going to really matter. We have full health. Dracula's first phase is pretty traditional in the sense that all you have to do is just jump, hit his head and his hand to prevent him from firing any attacks. His second phase is actually Dultruna's, the witch, since she was really the one behind resurrecting Dracula at the time. She should be pretty simple. And then it's Dracula's third form, where he just basically jumps around like a goblin. The theme of Simon never gets old. Man, I have such a list. That's alright. We're just gonna take the axe. There we go. I'll probably lose it. I'll probably do something stupid and get hit, but if I keep this power up, he's pretty much a pushover. We just gotta stand arm's length from him. Jump. Ah, it's okay, it's okay. pole vaulting comes in hand here because you can just attack her from midair. Oh, come on. There we go. Dracula's third form. Hey! I don't remember you being this hard. Ah, oh my goodness. So if you manage just a little really cool tidbit here. If you manage to get to Dracula's third form with the dragon's flame, it's pretty much done. End of story. He's done in like 2 hits. You just spam it and end it. So let's actually try to get the dragon's flame again. Again, when you fight Doltrunes, all you have to do, if you're Eric, just pole vault. Pole vault around her, because that's going to give you plenty of invisibility frames. And that's going to protect you. So it dropped when we had 50 gems. This is the first time you don't see hearts as a form of ammo in this game. You see crystals, which I believe is what was the inspiration for Castlevania 64, using the red crystals as ammunition. There we go. Alright, let's finish this. Oh my gosh, really? I whiff at the last second? I should have just cast the Dragon's Breath. Got him. Got him! So there's a really cool cheese you can do. Just back him into the corner, run up underneath him, and just spear him. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Castlevania Bloodlines on Expert. Eric Lecarde run. So I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to stream it later again tonight as John Morse. So this is the ending. Enjoy. Thus, Eric has fulfilled his destiny as a vampire hunter. Now he must venture forth into greater unknowns. Now you would not see that whole line, thus he ventures forth into greater unknowns. You would not see that unless you play Expert. So that's why they encourage you to replay this game. And this is Castlevania Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis. A really great 16-bit Castlevania game. My first Castlevania game I ever played when I was a little kid. And this is what started me collecting every Castlevania game and playing all of them. So you ever notice when you play old games, you would see really odd names for some of the programmers and designers? There's a reason for that. So they would use pen names like Special Design, TAT. TAT's obviously not somebody's name. It's either a pen name or abbreviation. What that was they did that to prevent other companies from scouting them. Here we go, sound design, Yoshiro Yamane, who basically became the entire composer of the entire Castlevania series. Thank you for playing, everybody. Congratulations, you are master of the vampire killer. So again, the sequel to this game is Castlevania Portrait of Ruin on the Nintendo DS. Thank you for playing. I'll be back on tonight